Howdy! How's everybody out there in YouTube land today? Hope this finds you well. Lord have mercy. Here we are, the 11th day of June. We're halfway toward a very special day. And I got to shut this thing up over here because I'm hearing myself twice. There we go. There's a special day coming up. We're halfway there. Matt, you going to tell everybody what that special day is?
How about you take this one?
Matt is going to be 29 years old.
Oh, yes, this is my birthday month. And I will not be 29.
The day after Father's Day, he'll be 29 years old and never been missed.
Nope, turning the big 5-0.
5-0. My stepson turned 44 on Tuesday. Nice. So they're not that far behind you.
Nope. So, yeah, I hear they ship you a cane automatically, and I'm going to the Get Off My Yard class and learn how to yell at the kids.
You get your 50-year-old card that you have to carry with you, and it says AARP on it.
Oh, jeez.
I'll tell you, I used to get so mad because back when I was 40, I started getting the AARP notifications and stuff. And I thought, Lord have mercy, you're not even going to let me get to 50 before you trying to induct me?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious. But yeah, the day before that's Father's Day. So, you're going to get the double whammy.
Yep. So it'll be fun. I don't feel much, it's just another day. So we'll see.
50 didn't bother me too much. It was, what was it, 30? That about pushed me over the edge. I thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown when I hit 30. And looking back on that was just foolish as all get out. But, that hurt me.
Well, I'll tell you, in my mind, I'm still the old 17-year-old. A little shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. I come up with all sorts of shenanigans, and then my body tells me, "Oh no, you don't. Oh, surely you jest."
I'm just finding, things take longer to heal. Well, where I'll be sore longer than I normally would be.
Well, I'll tell you, I do have a pet peeve of the day.
Uh-oh.
Seems like almost every week I come on here and I've got some kind of a pet peeve. My pet peeve today is I was trying to send a box back to Amazon. And they asked me, how do you want to send it back? Do you want the UPS driver just to come pick it up and bring the return label? I said, well, yeah. So they said, okay, they'll be there tomorrow. Now that tomorrow was today. Okay. So I got up early this morning. I did not want to miss this UPS man. And I got all ready, for the UPS man to be here, made sure I was sufficiently clothed.
Yes, super chat from Portal. Hi, Portal Woodworks.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Bless your heart.
He says, howdy, y'all. Howdy, back to you.
Howdy ho, neighbor. So anyway, I'm all ready, right? And I'm working around the house. I'm getting a few things done. And, of course, I'm still moving slow because I'm still trying to heal up from all that illness thing that I had going on. All day, I'm waiting. And, the dogs never let on that anybody had come to the door or anything. And there's no knock at the door, no doorbell ring, no nothing. And I'm right here in the downstairs part of the house. I never left the downstairs. All right. 3:30 this afternoon, I'm getting peeved because I'm thinking, Lord have mercy, how long do I have to wait for this fool to show up? I step out on my front porch to go out to get the mail. The label, the UPS label for the box is laying out on my front porch.
Oh, my.
Not nailed down, not taped down. It's just laying out there. Squirrels could have carried it off or anything. Wind could have blown it away. No sign of the UPS man anyplace. So I looked
and ran.
And I realized that, okay, it's 3:30. If I'm going to get this thing to the UPS office, I'm going to have to move because it was too big for me to put, in an envelope drop or anything. It's a big old box. The closest UPS office is 30 miles away. So I slap the label on the box. I grab my billfold. I grab my keys, slip on my shoes, and I'm out the door.
Did you get in that big van, the big scary van?
Got in my big prison van, and off I go. Hell bent for leather. And
I can see you tearing down the road. Get out of my way.
Oh, yeah. It was like trucks. I mean, every squirrel hunter was out on the road today. Every looky-loo. Here I am, hell bent for leather, trying to get over to Salina to get that package mailed. And but I made it. I made it back there, and I made it back, and got ready for the show. But Lord, I sit here all day waiting for the UPS man. I'll tell you what, I ever see him, I'm tying a knot in his tail. He gonna wish that he had rung the bell.
Well, when they show up again, it might not be the same employee. It could be.
Well, whoever shows up is gonna be unlucky. Is all I can say for them, because they're gonna take the brunt of this.
Wow, I would not want to be that person.
I'm like, what part of your picking up a package is it that you don't understand? You got one job, one flipping job.
He was only rated on if he showed up and dropped off the thing. It wasn't on the manifest to actually take it.
Well, I mean, that thing could have blown down the street and I'd have never even known it was here. And a couple days later, I'd be up Amazon's tail saying, when are you sending UPS out here to pick this thing up?
You can print them out if you have a printer.
Well, I've got a printer, but it's not going to make the sticky label thing. And I thought, if UPS is coming to pick it up.
Well, you could just tape it down with the clear packaging tape.
But even then, they've got to pick up the package.
Yes.
If he's not going to ring the doggone bell, if he's not going to knock on the door, if the dogs can't even hear him, he must have tippy-toed up there on that porch.
It teleported down.
Yeah, he just tippy-toeing up there. He don't want to disturb her, He's going to tippy-toe up there, and then he probably, from about 6 foot off of the porch, flung it up there. Oh, mercy. Well, we got a whole bunch of people here in the chat. Let's see who all we got out there. We got Mark Lindsay's out there. Jim Bashir's is out there. Harmel Media's out there. Scrolling down a little bit more. Poor old Mark is out there. He's digging holes in his backyard trying to find buried treasure. Jim Dockrell is out there. He's my brother from another mother. Portal Woodworks, that's David. Good to see him out there this evening. Let's see who else is out there. That looks like about everybody that's there.
Yeah.
Be sure that you hit the like button and share this out, because we're gonna have a giveaway tonight.
Giveaway time. Woohoo!
It's gonna be a giveaway. So we need people in the house.
Nice.
Ringing the bell. Oh.
Maybe Brenda's reputation preceded her, Matt. Oh, Lord, not the cowbell woman again.
Now, I've never been into it with the UPS people. The postal people I've been into it with.
Okay.
Not with UPS. So, you'd think that he'd just be happy just to, ring the bell and take the package and go. There needed to be no conversation involved. I see him, I hand him the box. I mean...
That's what I love about Uber. You summon the car, you get in, you don't say a damn word, and then you get out, no tips allowed. It's like the perfect service. I love it.
Oh, there was somebody that had put a fact in back there. It says there's a special room, where, for folks who use 6 mil black plastic for weed block in their yards.
Oh, no.
Oh, poor Mark. He's out there digging up the yard. He's liable to find buried treasure out there.
I need to do some digging and rebury a pipe that carries the rainwater to the curb. So, Mark, why don't you fly over to Pennsylvania and I'll put a shovel in your hand.
Mark Lindsay says, oh, come on. What would the squirrels be sending back to Amazon? Well, they're sending their nuts, I guess. They got my whole yard covered up in them. So maybe they just, need an off branch to store the nuts.
Someone in the maker community, Jessie, she was sitting, and a squirrel jumped up on her lap, and she was feeding the squirrel nuts, and she started to scratch its head and pet its back. It was the craziest thing. It went on for like 4 minutes, and it stopped, and the squirrel was still, on the lap when it stopped. So
I'd have been having squirrel gravy for breakfast tomorrow morning.
Mark says, "You can't afford me, Matt." Mark, if you ever get close to my home, I'm going to have you build the rest of my CNC machine before you leave. I'm not letting you off the property.
I have what I think. Now, I don't know. Your opinion may vary because I have a warped sense of humor. But I have what I think is kind of a funny story to tell about the masks, the COVID-dovies.
Okay.
Okay. I know this fella that is a maintenance man, hires out, to do jobs for people. And a lady had called him up and she wanted some post holes dug and some post sets cemented in the ground. And so he quoted her a price for the job and she agreed to the price. And he hired a couple other fellas to help him get these holes dug because it was going to be hot outside. He didn't want to be, screwing around all day with this thing. So he hired these other guys and he paid them up front, for their time to help him. And he shows up to dig these holes. And they're out there in the midst with this post hole digger, digging these holes. And the lady's home, but, she's never come out or anything. His phone rings. So he gets his phone out of his pocket. It's the lady. She's in the house. And she says, "Y'all need to get out of my yard and you need to get out now." And he says, "What's the problem?" And she says, "You're not wearing masks. And if you're not going to be wearing masks out there in my yard, then you've got to go."
Oh my gosh.
And so he tried to explain to her, "Look, lady, it's 85 degrees out here and we're digging post holes." He said, "We're going to suffocate trying to wear masks doing this. You're in the house anyway. It's not like we're going to be bothering you. We're just going to get these holes dug and get the post set and get out." And she says, "Get out now."
Oh my. Scarlett QM is here. Hello, welcome to the show.
So he is out the money that he paid these fellas to help him. Because he paid him up front to help him dig these holes. He never dreamed a million years.
Cash in hand before he started the job?
Yeah, he went ahead and gave these fellas money, and she hadn't paid him because he hadn't finished the job yet.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And no more than it got there than had to turn around and was out the money for paying the fellas over not wearing masks on a maintenance job out in a yard in the open air and her in the house.
Unreasonable.
About the time I think I've heard it all, I hear a new one to do with all this that just makes me shake my head. They walk among us.
Yeah. We got a flower emoji, sun emoji, heart emoji, and a smiley hands up emoji from Scarlett QM.
Thank you, Scarlett. Bless your heart. Glad to have you with us this evening. We're going to be doing a giveaway here in a little while. So share this out. Get your friends in here. More the merrier.
She won't do a giveaway unless we have enough people. So get more people in here so you have a chance to win something.
Yeah, Mark said that's why I require a 50% non-refundable deposit. That's a very good idea.
A goalie mask. Yeah.
I've threatened just to put on my Halloween mask. I figure that'll make people stay the hell away from me.
I was at Costco and someone had a mask on and it had a print on it. And it was the rug from the movie The Shining. And I was like, all work and no play. He's like, no one gets that. I'm like, I got a huge Jack Nicholson fan and huge Stanley Kubrick fan too.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so there's my pet peeve and my laugh for the day. That they walk among us.
Well, they do. They do.
I need one.
Our county's going green, or our county's going green tomorrow. So things are opening up. So I'm getting emails. It's like, Dave and Buster's is open tomorrow. Come in. We've got new protocols. You can wear gloves. We'll give you gloves if you want. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, as of tomorrow, we are going to be in stage 4, which is most everything's going to be at 50% capacity. And then 4th of July, it's supposed to open up for about everything else, I guess. But yeah. So it's a slow go, but hey, it's headed in the right direction.
Pennsylvania has colors, so we have red, yellow, and green. So.
Yeah, we got stages, and not all counties are on the same stage. Marion County, which is Indianapolis, they had quite the breakout down there, I guess, when this all started up. So, they're going to be slow to get back to normal.
The county north of us is a rural area.
Mm-hmm.
And the adjacent county is the capital. So how does that happen? But whatever. They had 14 cases, and they were like on strict lockdown. Everything else was opening up, but Perry County was like still on lockdown. The representatives in the House of Representatives of Pennsylvania wrote letters to the governor saying, like, look, come on, 17. We've got 17. We're a rural county. They're like, get off our back. They're like, we're opening. We don't care. Mm-hmm. He's like, come and get us.
Yeah. Jim Bashir says that they got to go to a restaurant finally up there, and he's up in northern Indiana. Our restaurants are opening here, but it's been 25%. Tomorrow it's going to be 50%, and they're saying for people to call ahead for reservations to make sure that you can get in. So, that's what's going on down here.
Hardnail Media saying, says, I'm staying in quarantine not because of COVID, but because I don't like people.
There is something to be said for that. Believe me, there is definitely something to be
Mark
said.
Says, I was a hermit before it was cool. Yeah.
Well, my life really has not changed that much because I didn't really go any place before it all started, and I won't go to restaurants by myself, and there's nobody here to go with. So, unless I'm going to a drive-through to pick something up or picking up some carry out or something, I don't really frequent the restaurants. Other than the fact that I got sick with this dermatitis, whatever thing that this is that I've had, the biggest thing was hair and nails, because you couldn't get in. They closed up the hair salons and nail salons, and you couldn't get in to get any of that done. I do not like being told that I cannot do something that I should be able to do as a free American citizen. So that has been a royal pain for me.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And Mark Lindsay said, same here, Brenda. I only get 2 haircuts a year anyway. Well, since I've gone short, it's got to be cut a little bit more often than what I used to fool with. I used to be able to go for several months when I had hair down my back, but now it takes a little more maintenance to deal with.
I'm jonesing for a haircut. This is too. There should be no distance here. It should be tight.
Well, you call them up. Put me on the list.
I did, and I have a family friend who has a salon, cut my hair, and she's taking it very cautiously because some of her kids are immunocompromised. Mm-hmm. So I was like, hey, I hear we're going green. And she goes, well, our county's not going green till the 19th, and I'll let you know. So I took that as, and I told her, I'm like, hey, whatever works for you, I'm good with. But I'm not hopeful, so I think I have to venture out.
Yeah.
Get the snippy snips done. And I did buy, to try it myself, mm-hmm. and I didn't want to do it because I was making these training videos, and I didn't want to mess up on the training videos because they're gonna
wear a hat.
And so I was like,
we'll call you Matt the Hat Haas.
I know. So my son went to his girlfriend's house for a couple days because he's home from college, and he said, I'm gonna take your clippers, and my girlfriend's gonna cut my hair. I'm like, okay, just bring them back. He comes back, he forgot the clippers. It's like, oh, I was gonna sit out there on the porch and just buzz it myself. And so now he's like, well, I'm going back in I'm going back in a week and a half, so you can have it. And they were cheap clippers, but they were still like $45, which is like, I don't want to spend another $45 for clippers. Then I'll be in it $90 and I'm going to do it myself. It's going to look like crap. I'm just like,
Well, I was raised on a dairy farm.
Newman Outdoors. Hello. Welcome back to the channel.
Welcome. Glad to see you. And Gary Sprinkler Repairs out there too. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to be doing a giveaway here in a little while. So tell your friends, get everybody in here. But I was raised on a dairy farm. And my dad had a set of clippers out in the barn to trim up the cow's hair, you know, keep the cows looking presentable. And
you can't have disheveled cows.
That's right. You got to keep the herd looking nice. Well, I was dating.
Does the milk taste better if they're well groomed?
I was dating back in the early 70s. And my parents were very strict. And the boys back then liked to try to have long hair. My parents, however, did not agree with that concept.
Oh, man.
So I was put on notice immediately when I started to date that there better not be no long-haired hippie boys coming to pick their daughter up. But
we missed Gary's sprinkler repair. Hello.
Did you not hear me just say hello to him?
Oh, that's right. I was reading another comment. Dave Hart's here now. Now I got one. Hi, Dave Hart.
Hey, Dave. Good to see you.
Iron Fire Horse. Woohoo.
Glad to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Now we're up to giveaway numbers. Okay,
Yep.
Sorry. Your parents were saying they didn't like the boys with long hair.
That's right.
Okay.
And that I better not have any of them showing up at the house, pick me up for a date. There was not going to be any of this coming in, and honking the horn and me going out to the car. Oh, no, 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 no. They had to come to the house to meet the folks, right? Oh, Lord, the pain I went through. Well, they come to the house, and my parents' idea of long hair and my idea of long hair were two different things, because there better not be no hair touching the ears was my parents' thing, see? So Dad get an eyeball on him. He'd start getting right up in their face and going around. You know, your hair looks a little bit long to me. I got a set of cow clippers down there in the barn, and I can clip that up and clean that right up for you in no time at all. Well, see, the first time he did that, then, okay, I began to figure out, okay, I see what the pattern's going to be here. I mean, he scared the first guy half to death. And then after that, yeah, I could warn him ahead of time. Now, look, when you get there, you got to come to the door. You got to meet the parents. My dad's going to give you this big spiel about how he could cut your hair with the cow clippers. You just smile and nod and, whatever, just go along with it. After he gets done with that, then he's going to do his dance for you, because I could be one of them fellers on TV and then one of them bands like a Beatles, and I can dance. And he had this old wig he put on, and he'd start dancing around the kitchen and, just embarrass the hell out of me. And then once he got done, my mother would sit the guy down and she would give him the speech on, now you be careful with her because she's my only daughter. And give him this big speech, before we could get out the door. But I tell him, now look, if you just put up with this and go along with it, and just smile, nod, and, be nice about the whole thing, we can get out of here. But you start giving them any lip, we're going to have a problem. So just smile and nod. I'm telling you, that'll get us out of there quicker than anything.
Portal says boys have to fill out an application to be considered to date my daughters.
That's about what it was when I was growing up.
High five to your dad. That's a father's job, says Mark Lindsay CNC.
I mean, thankfully, he was never cleaning the gun out in the backyard or, any of that craziness. But, yeah, he'd have to dance for them and, had him convinced he was nuts before they got out of there. But, yeah, I brought that up because you want to clip your hair. Now, I could probably dig around maybe and find that old pair of cow clippers someplace in a box somewhere out in the garage and send them over to you.
No, I'll get it figured out myself. Don't you worry.
Oh, good Lord. Mark Lindsay said he told his daughter he was going to meet her first date at the door wearing a Speedo and smoking a pipe. Things we go through as kids. Oh my. More cow clipper.
Clean the udder hair off of them first.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yep.
Yikes.
They get a little bit of a forelock right over, at the top of their head between their ears, and he trimmed that back a little bit. And then sometimes the hair get a little bit shaggy on their neck and up on the top, how a horse will have a mane on it. Well, sometimes the cows, their hair, get a couple inches long and just kind of start spiking up, he trimmed that down, make that look nice on them. And make sure, tail ridge, they get a tail ridge up over the top of the tail, and he trimmed that down, and just keep all the cows looking really nice. We had a really nice herd of Holstein dairy cows. And
Jim Dockrell says cow mullets. Business up front, party in the back. There used to be a website called ratemymullet.com. And it was the most glorious thing mankind has ever cobbled together. It was hilarious. They had whole sections of different types of. They named the different types of mullets, and it's like you had to call an ambulance because you were laughing so hard at this stuff. It was so cringy, so cringy.
I had a hairdo once that kind of resembled a mullet. I mean, the sides were real long down over my shoulders, but it was kind of tied up there on the top and curly. So
the sides are different. I mean, the mullet's got the back's got to be long.
Yeah.
It usually has, tight against this part of the head and just long in the back.
Mm-hmm.
That's a mullet.
I think what we need to do with you is give you a mohawk.
Hey, I'm ready just to go bald. Just a chrome dome.
Gosh. Well, let's see. We got 8 people in the house, and we need a couple more. Let's get a couple more people in the house.
10. I see 10.
You got? Oh, well, it just went up to 10.
Yeah, how about that?
They're going out and coming in and slamming the door. All right, we got 10 people in the house.
Oh, I got bad news, Brenda.
What?
I forgot to hit the like button.
Bless your heart.
I was doing so good week after week. Oh,
mercy, mercy, mercy. What we gonna do to you?
Hey, I was thinking about you the other day. I was working on something, and then something crazy and stupid happened, and I said to myself, "Lord have mercy." I'm like, "God damn it, Brenda." What have you done to me?
If you followed me around all day long and counted how many times I say, "Oh, Lord have mercy." Because I mean, it's just one thing after another. I'll be doing something and I'll drop something and make a big mess that should have never happened. It's like, Lord have mercy. And then the dog will make a mess. I'll turn around. The dog will have a roll of paper towels, ripping them to shreds like confetti in the middle of the room. I'm like, Lord have mercy. And open the door, and my UPS label is laying out on the porch, which should have been on the box, on the truck, on its way to wherever it was supposed to go. I'm like, Lord have mercy. And I'm in the car on my way to the UPS office. Every slow in the world is in front of me.
It should be the horn. You should replace the horn with "Lord have mercy."
I do have a modified horn on my prison van.
Oh,
it's an air horn.
Oh, nice.
Because I want to make
that. Yeah,
I want to make sure people can hear it. Make no mistake when she hits that horn. The reason I had that done is back when I bought the vehicle, I lived at the other place over in Ohio, and there's these people that lived across the lane from me that decided that anytime, and I mean, it was like 4 generations of people living in this house with all their friends coming to visit constantly, day and night, 24/7, craziness over there. And every time somebody pulled in, they honked the horn. It didn't matter if I was supposed to be sleeping or not.
No,
You know,
of course.
a horn would be blowing. So I decided that with this van, I'd put an air horn on it. And I usually left for work about 3:30, anywhere between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. So before I left, I'd rev that van up real good, and then I'd go to blowing the horn. Just to make sure that everybody over there knew I was leaving.
Good. Good. Let them know.
I thought, well, apparently I need to know every time somebody comes or goes over there, so they need to know what's going on over here too. Being a good neighbor.
Iron Firehorse said, dropped a staple gun on my phone yesterday, smashed the screen to smithereens, shaking my head. Yeah,
Lord
staple guns
have
and
mercy.
phone screens aren't a good combo. Hey, Boycott Matt Haas is here. That's my moderator. Welcome back, Boycott Matt Haas. Anyone with the screen name that has Matt Haas in the channel name, you can be a moderator on my channel. Doesn't matter what the prefix is.
Well, let's see. It looks like we got 11 in the house. You want to do a giveaway?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, first, let me say that if you happen to live out of the country and would still like to participate in the giveaway, you're welcome to participate. However, I will ask that you pay the shipping on the item. I can find out how much the shipping is and let you know, and then you can PayPal it over. Otherwise, we do it for people in the United States because shipping is not quite so bad in the United States, even though it's still pretty pricey. And there's going to be 4 items that will be offered. You choose one of the 4. Now, I've got 4 items here. The first item I have is a bicycle mount for a telephone. Let's see if I can get this up here on the screen where you can see it. It clips to your handlebars on your bike, and you put your phone on there. It's a universal mount. Okay.
I could clip that to my lawnmower.
Yeah, it would probably clip to your lawnmower too. Yep. I have got these things that are called Nature Alive, and they are anti-mosquito incense sticks that are deep free. And you stick them like it shows there on the back, you put them like in a flower pot and light them up, and they keep the bugs off your patio, keep you from getting ate up. It says made with plant-based ingredients, deep free, non-toxic, 100% all natural. So I've got a pack of them. I have got this gamer thing. It's a wireless Switch controller, or wireless controller for Switch, it says on it.
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch.
So that's available.
Dave Hart wants to clip it onto his Harley handlebars.
Probably do that too. I have a brand new set still in the wrapper of bath bombs that you put in your bath water to make it smell pretty. So that is available. So those are the 4 items tonight that I'm offering in the giveaway. The numbers will be from 1 to 10. I've already written a number down before the show on a piece of paper over here. So
each person can only put a number 1 time.
Right.
When we say go.
So that's the way this cookie's going to crumble.
All right. So everyone got that. You're going to be asked to put a number in the chat from 1 to 5. Only put 1 digit down. Or 1 to 10. Only put 1 digit down. Only put 1 entry down because 10 has 2 digits in it. You get it.
1 entry per customer.
There you go.
All right. Go.
Do 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 do. Here we go.
Boy, there must be quite a lag now. They're coming in.
Yeah. Do you have low latency as the setting for the host?
I generally do, yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I did this time. 2,500.
That's a little high there, Harneil Media. He won last time, so I presume he's trying not to.
He put a picture up of the mug that he won last week up on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, Jim Dockrell's probably not entering because he's from Canadistan.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Canadistan.
Canadistan. The Great White North.
Well, nobody got it.
Hi, American Wanderer. Put a number between 1 to 10 and you could win the giveaway. 4, 8, 6 have already been chosen and they're not it.
It's not 5 either.
And not 5. 8. Oh, 8 was already in there. So we have them redo.
I guess redo because, hey, nobody hit the number.
Okay. Put in a different number. That's not 6, 8, 4, or 5.
Picked a good one this time.
Oh, there's a unique one.
Nope, it's not 3.
Iron Fire Horses in Canada as well. Not yet.
It's not 10. No, Dave Hart got it.
Ding, ding, ding.
9.
Number 9. Number 9.
Dave Hart.
There's a Beatles song that basically is just someone speaking the word 9 or saying the word number 9, the phrase number 9 over and over again.
Uh-huh.
My buddy put $1.50 into the jukebox and played it 10 times in a row. They kicked him out of the bar. And they unplugged the jukebox and plugged it back in.
Now, Dave, you need to tell me what it is that you want so that I know what to put this sticker on here.
There was a bath bomb. And
the bath bombs, the mosquito repellent, the bicycle mounted phone holder, or the wireless controller for Switch. So you tell me which one you want, and I'll put your name on it, and then you can email me your address, because since the computer blew up a while back, I lost all the addresses. You can send that to me over on Messenger or something.
Jim Dockrell, tell her what you want, what you really, really want. Game controller, Switch game controller.
Okay. Game controller. All right.
Thank you for playing, everyone. And thank you, Brenda, for being so generous. This is very nice of you.
Well, this is my way of kind of giving back to the community for everybody putting up with the foolishness every week. And thanking people, for showing up, and get some of the stuff off my desk so I can move, because I've got it piled up here 10 foot tall. There we go. So, yeah, I'll keep giving stuff away. There's a big old box over here. You never seen so much stuff. My daughter has the Switch, so I can play now. Yep. She dumpster dives her prizes.
Mr. Doughboy 356, hello.
Hey, I hope you're feeling okay. He had 3 stents put in his heart the other day.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I hope you're feeling okay, Mr. Doughboy.
Hey, he's an overachiever.
If 1 is good, 3 is probably better, right?
Yeah, why stop at 1 when you can go for 3?
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I was playing Switch. I bought the Animal Crossing game. So I was playing Animal Crossing for a while, but
I've never gotten into the games, and
I wanted to stream them. So I used my son's old Elgato thing to stream it, because it would look like a webcam to the computer, and I could stream. It wasn't working. It was an older model, and it wasn't working. And I was like, you know what? Just forget about it.
Well, see, there's kind of a story behind why I just don't get into the games, and it goes back to when my stepson was little. He was probably, I don't know, 9 or 10. He came to visit and he brought his Nintendo with him.
Okay.
And so that meant that I had to unhook all my stuff from the TV and my VCR. Everything had to be unhooked so you could hook up all this cable and stuff for this Nintendo. Had to do with that out all my stuff for his visit so that he could play his game. And one day I'm sitting in there knitting or crocheting or doing something while he's playing with this game. And I said, what's this game you're getting ready to play? And he says, it's called Dragon Slayer.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I said, oh, well, that sounds interesting. I thought, well, this will be interesting. See him slay dragons and stuff on this game, see how this works. So he gets to play in this game, and all I'm seeing is these two guys beating the holy hell out of each other. And blood and knives and chains and the awfulest mess you ever seen in your life going on this screen. And I keep watching this, and a good while has passed. And I said to him, I said, when does the dragon show up? And he looks at me like I've just spoken some foreign language, and he says, what dragon? I said, what did you tell me the name of this game is? I said, well, it's called Dragon Slayer. And I said, where's the dragon? All I'm seeing is these people beating the fire out of each other. There's not been no dragon yet. And he says, there won't be a dragon. There's no dragon in this. This is what it's all about. That was it for me.
Oh, jeez.
That was it for me. I'm like, Lord, they can't even name these things right, let alone put something on there that would be worthwhile. I mean, what's he learning from that? So, yeah. So for several weeks, I had to do without my VCR and, all my amenities while he played these two people beating the fire out of each other on my television screen.
My.
Yeah.
They're asking me what my favorite Animal Crossing animal is. I think they're trying to make it a double entendre, but I like the dodos. There's two dodo birds, and they own an airline, so it's the Dodo Airline, and the names are Orville and Wilbur. Get it?
I used to have a pair of Rottweilers I called Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, sweet.
That's, same basic idea.
So when you said Dragon Slayer, I pictured Dragon's Lair, which was a coin-operated video game that had a video disc in it. Remember those before VHS and they had a disc. It was like a big CD-ROM, but it was the size of a record. And that was inside that game. And it was a cartoon type game. And you had a joystick and you could go forward, back, left, right, or swing the sword. And then the cartoon would move in that direction. And the whole thing, like you went clink, it would make a little noise. And then it would wait 1.5 seconds for the disc to spin up and for it to read the frames that it would. It was the weirdest video game, but it was you went through this lair of a dragon and you finally got to the dragon, and then you had to fight him and defeat him. And there was a princess, and you would try and rescue her, and then the spiders would yank her up out of the way. It was an interesting game. I thought that was what he was playing on.
And Mr. Doughboy said that's called a laser disc.
Laser disc, that's what it was. It was the only coin-op video game. And see, I love coin-op video games. You see, I've got the Ghost from Pac-Man there, and some Mario stuff, and Yoshi and Donkey Kong.
Now, I used to play a little bit on the coin stuff because back in the day, used to hang out at the bar and they had some games and stuff in there. Space Invaders was one that we played quite a bit, and Donkey Kong was another one that we played.
I played Donkey Kong. Yeah, all the coin ops I played. Yeah.
But that stuff that you play on the game systems at the house, I never could.
Joust, Centipede, Asteroids, Galaga. I liked Rampage, man. Rampage was fun. And Joust was my favorite video game of all time. Pole Position. My brother played Pole Position all the time. And Bump and Jump. He was a big bump and jump player. It was like a top down. It was a car, and your car could jump. It would jump over obstacles. It was crazy. Missile Command, yeah. Missile Command was fun too. I loved the arcade. I had a paper route, and I used to take my paper route winnings up to the bowling alley, and they had 25 video games, and I used to give me $5 in quarters, please, and I used to dump them in there. It's fun.
Jimbo came in. So hey to Jimbo, he wants to know how I'm feeling. I'm doing some better. I don't have to take a nap now in order to be able to go to bed. So hey, that's an improvement. I'm gaining a little bit of momentum daily. And when I say little bit, I mean little bit. It don't amount to much, but I work until I can't take it anymore, and then I gotta sit and rest.
Mike Tyson's Knockout. I remember that. That was a fun game. Yeah. And I remember when coin version of Pong came out. Line was 20 people deep waiting to play. Wow. Dave Hart said that. Crazy. Yep. I have a place in my heart for coin-op video games. I do. I have an emulator over there on a Windows 7 machine, and I can play the real version of Joust because it's right off the ROM of the game too, and it's exactly the same. It's crazy. And yes, I killed a Shadow Lord while the lava troll was holding the feet of my ostrich that you rock. Impossible. That's a godlike move to survive that. And I got away from the troll. And I killed a Shadow Lord while I was captured on Joust. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All while eating tacos.
Yeah. I wrote my high score in pen on the side of the computer. It's like crazy high. Q*bert. Yes, I love Q*bert. Pinball. I played some pinball. I liked the Addams Family pinball, and I liked the Munsters pinball. That was a fun pinball machine. Yeah. And Kiss. Kiss had a pinball machine. The group Kiss. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Pinballs are expensive. That is a mechanical marvel. All the moving parts of a pinball machine, that thing is like, they're expensive.
Yeah, there's people that collect them, and repair them and have them sitting all over their house. One guy that was in the radio club that I was the president of years ago, he had several of them in his house, and he'd get them and they'd be in sorry repair, and he'd patch them all back together again and get them going.
I was at this arcade in front of the baseball stadium, and it had 4 games on it, and one was Joust, which I love. But the monitor was like all blue at the top, like the colors were off, like it was falling apart. And I said to the lady, I'm like, "Can you get word to management?" She goes, "Yeah." He says, "I want to buy that machine." She goes, "Well, I'll cash in your dollars for quarters." I'm like, "No, you don't understand. Like, I want to own the machine. The screen is it works, but the colors are off on the screen. If he wants to throw it out, I'll pay him real money for it." And she goes, "Oh, okay." I put my name on the back of my business, or gave my business card and put, I want to buy the Williams machine that had the Joust on it. I gave it to her, and I never heard anything. And I was at a cocktail party introducing myself to people, and says, "You're Matt Haas?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Did you give a business card to one of my employees at the arcade?" I'm like, "Yes, that was me." So I ran into the guy. I had no idea who he was. I had no idea, Anyway, I thought that was fun.
It was meant to be.
Yeah. And then he wanted full freaking price for it. I paid $3,000 for that machine. I'm like, "It's ready for the garbage. I'll give you $500 for it." He goes, "No, I'm not letting it go for more than 2. I'm like, "I'm not paying you $2,000 for an old beat up machine that has a busted up monitor." And I'm like, and at the time you couldn't even throw away CTR televisions, like the old tube television, because that's what it was. I'm like, because the restrictions. And I'm like, "Dude, I was going to take it off your hands." I was like, "Oh, thanks, but no thanks." So I wasn't mad. I was just like, "That sucks." And then the next year, the place shuts down. because the structure was, starting to go. It was old structure.
He wasn't taking care of stuff.
So I guess he had to dispose of it. He could have had cash in hand.
But see, that's when you find out, okay, what is he doing with all that stuff? Is it going to an auction, or what is he doing with all that stuff? And then you go and you get it for pennies on the dollar,
Yeah. I'd love to have a joust machine. They're really expensive. People love the game. And but you can buy the minis that they have, those mini-cades for $300. I can get one that has Rampage, Joust, Defender, and something else. Something in the mini arcades. But then you gotta spend $300. And then you gotta put it somewhere, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, if you got a great big house and you got room, I mean, some of these newer homes have like game rooms in them.
Oh yeah.
I've looked at a lot of these luxury homes, on the internet, just drooling.
Well, some YouTube famous people, the company will, give you a couple machines if you promote them on your channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, maybe I'll become YouTube famous, get some free coin-op video games, or some miniature. When I say miniature, you still stand up and play them. They're just, they're only as wide as your shoulder instead of like this big honking. It's not like a refrigerator like you remember in the old arcade. Remember the commercials for Joust? They had commercials for Joust? Wow. I remember that. I did artwork. The side of the arcade cabinet is right there. I made artwork out of it because they used to stencil it to make it cheap and fast. Instead of rolling an expensive sticker, they just put these stencils down. And there's a stencil of the knight holding a javelin on an ostrich that you rode as the steed. And it was very badass, and I made that piece. It's on Awesome Wood Things. Go back on my Awesome Wood Things YouTube channel in the back catalog and find the Joust art that I did. It's a lot of fun.
The NDT show just came in the room. Say hey to you. Good to see you.
Oh, carry on. Jeff and John's here. Hello.
Welcome, welcome. What are you cooking that's good today? Lord have mercy. Them fellers can cook like you've never seen. I told them if I ever get rich and famous, I'm going to hire them to cook for me.
Nice. Well, we're glad to have you here. I don't think we're going to be on much longer, but glad you stopped by.
If you like to see some good cooking, some victuals, you need to watch their channel because Lord have mercy, they can put it out. I watch their shows and I drool.
I'm a fan of food. I highly recommend food.
They have it looking good too. Tell you how to make it. Iron Fire Horse says, "Oh man, the new houses are the size of community centers or arenas around here. Great rooms, game rooms, theaters, car wash, etc. It's scary." Yeah, you get into those luxury homes. There are several different sites on the internet where you can go and just look at those luxury homes, and some of them are scary.
Well,
the color combinations and stuff that people put in these beautiful homes, I'm like, what drugs are they on? And then there's other ones that are just so beautiful. I just sit there and tears will roll. The house is just so beautiful.
I just worry about the maintenance. Like, what if something happened with the roof? Like, if you needed to replace the roof on one of these monstrosities, that's a big area.
These are not for your common everyday working feller. These are houses for people that are rich and famous. These are for lottery winners, jackpot winners that, big money. These are for high rollers.
Portal says his house is 32 rooms. Dear Lord.
Well, I think it's a motel that he has.
Yeah, he has hotel properties.
But yeah, and then some of them, I'm amazed at the price they want. I mean, location is always everything, I guess, but I'm amazed at the price they want for no more house than there is. I look at it and I think, okay, you got like a car and a half garage. There's no shop. The swimming pool is like a wading pool in the backyard. There's no fenced yard to it. It's on like a third of an acre, just a regular city lot. and they're wanting $3 million for it. 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths, and I'm like, I don't understand.
In New Jersey, 30 minutes outside of Manhattan, they have little townhomes where you get like the 3 levels,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like 7 of them in one building, over $1 million.
Yep.
That's
Iron Firehorse says they hire roofers under the table paying cash. That's how they launder their money. Well, there's always that side of it too. But anybody that can afford a house that's over $1 million should probably have enough money to maintain that house for the rest of their lives.
sometimes you get lucky. My sister-in-law, her parents lived in a little rancher in New Jersey all their life. Middle class, nothing extravagant.
Mm-hmm.
And then the housing boom went nuts over there, and people would buy these little ranchers, knock them down, and put up huge palatial estates. They buy 2 next to each other, combine both plot, and so they held on and held on and held on and held on, and someone made them just an obscene offer. Then they got a house in Pennsylvania. It's big house. I mean, not anything ridiculous, but still, like 6 bedrooms, something like that in Pennsylvania. All they had was a little tiny ranch house. Yeah, sometimes you get lucky.
Yeah, Jeff and John says hurry up and get rich because they could do with a holiday. Hey, I tried. Mega Millions the other night was $410 million. Cash out on that. Had I won the jackpot, after taxes, would have still been over $100 million.
That's not hard to take. I'll take that.
You probably would not have seen me tonight. I would have probably been having to have some sort of resuscitation in a hospital somewhere after hitting that kind of money. I would have needed some kind of help. But Lord have mercy. That would have been, quite the jackpot. So now we got to wait for them to climb again, because I don't fool with them when they're 20 million, because by the time you take cash out on that, you don't have much money.
Right,
take the taxes.
Yeah.
So, let's wait till she gets big again and then we'll do it again. But eventually, my ship will come in probably the day after I die. But whoever finds my lottery tickets when I die is probably going to be the guy that makes out.
Again, my father has been playing the lottery all his life. And he's 80 years old now, going on 81. And I'm just like, never hit the big one. Never hit the big one.
But somebody hit. He
wins a lot. He'll win the pick 3. He'll win the pick 4. But you only hear when he wins. Like, you never hear when he doesn't win. So he's winning a lot. But I'm like, how much is he not?
But somebody in Arizona hit that Mega Millions for the 410 mil. So somebody hits. And I figured what
gets the cash over the counter. Someone's got to hit. But the odds.
But what makes them any better than me? Other than the fact that they got the winning numbers, It could have been me.
And that mentality is why the lotteries are so successful.
One of these days, you turn on the TV and they'll be showing the lottery winner up there getting the check, and you'll say, she looks kind of familiar. I don't recognize her, probably because of the wig that I'll be wearing and whatever garb of clothes that I've got on. But, you say, I think I recognize her, but I can't be sure.
Carry on. Jeff and John says, I have 5 houses, but will never change me as a person. I respect people that respect me. I have worked damn hard all my life. There you go.
Yep.
It's the way to be.
Yep. I think maybe I might have owned 5 houses in my lifetime, but not, just one at a time.
Sure. Hey, interest rates are low. I'm probably going to see if I can refinance this one. Try and drop it down a little bit. First, purchase a gold cowbell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Yep.
With the bling-a-bling-a-bling.
Yep. Well, I'm wearing my heifer shirt tonight. It says the only person that I'm scared of is myself, because that heifer's crazy.
There you go.
It was an appropriate shirt to be wearing over to the UPS store over in Salina today, considering that I was worked up. They didn't keep me in there long. They took the package and got me out the door.
Has anyone seen Luana, says Mr. Doughboy 356. Yes, she's around on the interwebs.
Yeah, she fell and hurt herself. And so she has been healing up, but she has been seen. There has been Luana spottings. Luana sightings around the internet. So yeah. She tried to use her chest as an airbag, and that didn't work out too well for her.
Yeah, I don't recommend that.
When all this is over, our house will become very cheap. Yeah, I've heard that, if this isn't really a good time to buy, just hang on. Somebody's liable to just give you the house to be out from under it.
I'm getting called in all kinds of directions here.
You are?
Yeah,
you just missed your popularity.
It never stops, let me tell you. Lots going on.
See, when I get in situations like that, and everything's going off, everybody's pulling me in different directions. Everybody just wants to be me, don't they?
I just visited Matt Haas, All Things YouTube, and hit red. Thank you, Scarlet QM. Check out the course I have there. I built a course, and 30 videos are on my website, allthingsyoutube.com. Teaches you how to be awesome on YouTube. And I think like 7 of those videos are on YouTube now. I'm releasing them once a day. So you can watch it the slow way on YouTube, or you can get them all for free on allthingsyoutube.com. You just have to sign up for a free account.
And don't be afraid to ask him questions either. I mean, he knows all about this stuff. So sometimes, even though he's trying to put it in regular speak for us regular people that don't speak all the geek speak, he gets kind of ahead of himself. And sometimes you got to back him up. Because I was telling him a while ago, I said, look, you put the boat out in the middle of the stream and then start telling me things that you think I should already know. Put the boat back on the dock and teach me how to get in it. And then we'll go out toward the water. But
well, I have a one-on-one consulting purchase that I can hook you up that way.
Because not everybody is born knowing all this stuff like you. Some of us are old school. I had somebody tell me the other day, you know what your problem is? You're just old-fashioned.
Jeez.
I'm like, when was that such a crime?
I have very good geek to English translations, so I can. Frankie CNC and Woodworking Channel says I'm late. We're just getting ready to jump off. Frankie, glad you're here.
Frankie, glad you made it, but hey, honey, you are a little bit late. We're getting ready to cut her off. We got a giveaway a while ago. You missed out. You're going to have to move your clock up a little bit there so you get in here in time to get in on the giveaways and stuff. But we always appreciate seeing you.
Mark's saying I use the magic 8-ball. Sure I do.
Well, I think that we've held them on here long enough tonight. I think everybody's had a good time. So I'll probably be putting out a heifer either later tonight or in the morning. So watch for Heifer Haven, get some more free advice from me. And then Matt, he's been putting his videos out every day, teaching you how to do the YouTubies. And he does his All Things YouTube on Monday nights. I guess Russ will probably have a show unless he has another storm. Last Saturday night he had a storm, so he didn't have a show. But I plan to be on the panel this week unless he runs me off. I missed a couple weeks being sick, so hopefully I didn't tick him off and he'll let me back in there on the panel this week. So you might check Simply Wooden Creations Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time and see what we're talking about this week. But it was good to see everybody, and I hope that y'all take care of yourselves and stay safe, and we will see you on the interwebs. Night, y'all.
Good night.